everybody, this is D Hamster, and we're going to start a little bit of a Let's Play series to go with our more high-effort content. I hope you like it.
They came from the depths of the void, an ancient enemy of an ancient people. No one knows why they hate us so, or why they have made war upon us. Some say the struggle against their evil is the mandate of heaven. Though their origins and purpose are shrouded in mystery, their plan is simple. They travel, they land, and then they conquer. Now, they are here on our world to do to us what they have done to so many others. And they will do it, unless someone stops them. Come with me. You have much to learn before you can deal with the likes of those monsters. Since the arrival of the devils, foul creatures and evil spirits have appeared throughout the land. These signs and omens can have but one meaning, that your destiny is part of the mandate of heaven.
Might and Magic 6 is a first-person computer role-playing game from the late 90s. It's very open-ended, sort of like the Elder Scrolls series, so every time you play it, it's just a little bit different. So, let's get started.
Having cheated death during the night of shooting stars, you find yourself as far from your village of Sweetwater as old Falagar's magic could take you. 3 years have passed while Falagar imparted what knowledge he could to train you in your chosen professions. But the time came at last when he could teach you no more, and you have ventured into the world to seek your fame and fortune. Now, a world away from your lost home, you have stumbled across evidence of a terrible conspiracy involving a new religious cult. 5 letters from King Roland to his wife Catherine, and a letter from the King of the Devils to a wicked traitor named Sulman have turned up in an abandoned goblin camp. Your fate seems inextricably bound to these letters and that awful night, and your role in the events to come may be larger than anyone could imagine. The tools you have are but a small sum of gold, your wits, and a lot of potential. The roads ahead are infinite, and all the choices are yours to make. So choose wisely. Good luck.
Here we are at the character creation screen. Your party has 4 characters in it, and you have a default set, but you can adjust that however you want to. There are 6 different classes: Knight, Paladin, Cleric, Archer, Sorcerer, and Druid. The Knight is the most combat, most melee-oriented character, has the most hit points, can use any kind of weapon and armor. And then you have the most spellcasting-oriented classes, the Cleric and the Sorcerer. They can use the most powerful magics, but are the weakest in melee combat. So there's also the Paladin and the Archer. They kind of are a mix between a pure fighter and a pure spellcaster. And so right now I'm just adjusting the different statistics you can start with. You have some bonus points you can play around with and assign. Might affects your melee damage. Intellect and personality affect your magic, or your spell points, rather. Paladins and clerics use intellect. Sorcerers use Paladins and clerics use personality. Sorcerers use intellect, but not vice versa. The only class that uses both is the Druid, which is a mix between cleric and sorcerer. But I'm not going to put one in this game because even though they have access to both the magical skills of the cleric and the sorcerer, they lack the most powerful types of magic as a to compensate. So, also there's some other stats too. Endurance affects your hit points. Accuracy affects your chance to hit. Very self-explanatory. Speed affects how quickly your character recovers from taking an action. And then luck boosts your resistances. So, because there are many ways to get bonus points in different skills, it's not like a really big deal to have the most optimal assignment of skills at the beginning. So this is probably fine. So now I'm going to pick out some additional skills for my characters. These affect what your characters can do and not do. I already picked out Disarm Trap for my Paladin because this game has very effective traps, and just about every single chest in the game is trapped, so it's very important to have somebody who has that ability. And then I'm probably going to pick out some kind of armor skill to go with that. This part really isn't that crucial because you can pretty much buy any of these skills at the appropriate guild later on in the game. So I'm just picking out some magic skills for my cleric. There are actually only 3 kinds of magic for a cleric: body, mind, and spirit. Body kind of affects healing magics, like direct healing of hit points. Spirit can raise you from the dead or remove curses. Mind magic can cure statuses like insanity or fear. And also all 3 of those have miscellaneous bonuses too. I also just picked out some different magical talents for my sorcerers too. Because I have 2 sorcerers, I can kind of spread out the elemental magic between them. I'm giving one person air magic specialization, and the other one I'm going to focus on their water magic potential. Water magic is very nice. It has a lot of utility. You can cast the town portal spell and make just travel a lot easier. Air magic is nice because you can eventually fly in this game with a high enough air magic skill. And also you can kind of customize your character's appearance also. They can be male or female with no difference in stats. Each of them has a different voice. But I mean, it's only really crucial to have somebody you don't mind looking at and listening to for the entire game. So that's really the only real important thing to consider when you're picking out characters. You can also name them however you want to. I picked out the names D-Hamster, Carla Sagan, Thundergun, and Blitzenstein. And let's start. So here we are, beginning of the game. Let's take a quick look around, and let's look in our bags again. Now there's a small letter. So this letter summarizes or is indicative of the beginning plot. Basically, there's a traitor who betrayed the king. He's like a wizard who led him into a trap, and this is a letter from his boss, essentially, congratulating him for his good work. We've come upon this, and now it is our job to bring this to the attention of the regent, who's in charge of the realm in the king's absence. And we can also show this to a cultist to get some initial cash too, but that's not as important. So, okay. Book of Learning, some armor, a sword, just some really basic starting equipment, a ring. Now that ring's not really good for anything, so we're just going to keep it in the side. Excellent. To sell later. And a potion too. There's many kinds of potions in this game. Yeah, so our cleric has some learning books also to learn some low-level spells. A defense ring. Not bad. And a mace.
Okay. Yes.
Same story with the sorcerer. He gets some books and a dagger. And a useless ring. And our other sorcerer has almost the exact same items to start. Because they're both sorcerers, and I guess that's how it works. So, here we go. Let's explore the town. So we have a stables right here. There are some horseshoes I can pick up to enhance the stats of one of my members of the party. But let's first go into this bar. A Lonely Night.
Hello, come on in.
Yeah, so there's a cultist right here. He's a member of the Temple of Ba, which is responsible for a lot of the evil doings in this this region. And so I'm going to show him the letter. And he sees where the letter came from and thinks that I'm working for the same people he's working for, and he gave me some free money. He also gave me a quest too, but I can handle that later. The quest is to recover some candelabra that is missing from his cult, or his temple, or whatever. And there's some houses here we can look in. This guy can sell me membership to one of the guilds he's part of. That way I can learn some additional skills. He's also looking for cobra eggs. There's a guy in here I can talk to.
Greetings and salutations.
Yeah, he can give me membership to the guild he's part of. That one is more about weapon and armor skills, and the other one I just joined.
Thank you.
This guy's a trainer. He can train you in bodybuilding. You can lift.
Greetings and
This guy's
salutations.
a meditation teacher. That'll increase your spell points if you basically if you invest in that skill.
Greetings.
This woman is
Thank you.
giving me membership in a clerical magic guild, and she can also give me a quest. She's missing her daughter, so I can go find her later if I want to.
What are you looking at?
I could buy some weapon skills here. I just got membership to this place, and I can't really afford it quite yet. I mean, I can, but it's not really worth the money right now.
Greetings.
And this guy, okay, so he's talking about Enroth's power structure. They have a king and then 5 lords. There's also 6 classes in this game, so each one of those lords corresponds to one of those classes. So you could talk to the Lord of Knights and promote your knights to cavaliers. Or you could talk to the Lord of sorcerers and promote them to wizards, and so on. He also has a quest. He's looking to find the Spider Queen and destroy it. And he also has membership to the Elemental Guild, so I can pick that up too. So pretty basic stuff in this town, just people with quests and different guild memberships and skill training specialties and so on. Now I'm looking around at these different
Salutations.
these different peasants. They have different skills that can benefit my party. So if I hire this person on, I can get a bonus to my gold income. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so she's hired.
Greetings and salutations.
Alright, so this guy can increase my fire magic prowess. This guy can help my earth magic. But I'm not at a high enough level yet to be able to do that.
Greetings.
Similarly, we have some extra,
Nice to see you.
yeah, these are clerical magic experts. Yeah, as you can see, every skill is at level 1 for everybody right now. If I brought these skills up to an additional level, I could have them trained to the expert or master level and gain extra benefits for that.
Salutations.
And that's kind of a hidden Easter egg. There's a fly scroll hidden in there, so I can use that to fly around later in the game. So next, I'm just going to go to the next town, Castle Iron Fist. But first, I can talk to the town hall people. They're closed until 10 a.m., but because so in this game there's a clock that kind of persists every few seconds is a minute, so I have to wait another second or two before I can access this town hall. Yeah, okay, so now it's 10 a.m.
I need your help.
This guy can give me a quest. What kind of quest is it? He wants me to find a kidnapped person who's been kidnapped by the Shadow Guild. So that won't be for a while, but I'll handle that in the future, I think. It's a little bit of a hard quest. And some info about shipments. There's a bounty. If I kill a skeleton knight in return, I'll get 1,000 gold. Alright. And then the key to an old keep called Goblin Watch. So if I go in there and find the combination to a vault down there, I will get a 2,000 gold reward. So this is actually one of the first quests you can access in the game. But before I do anything else, I need to go to Castle Iron Fist. I could take a stables there.
Need a ride?
So I'm going to do that right now.
Hitch up the horses.
That's the end of this video. Stay tuned to see what happens in Castle Iron Fist. And let me know in the comments what you liked or didn't like about this video, and what you'd like to see more or less of. See you next time.